Recently, Rummy and I went on a massive adventure, another riding through history, and we completed the North Coast 500. So what you're going to see over this few videos is my journey. So stick with me and enjoy the ride. Well, good morning. I've arrived at Beamish. Now, it was really busy at the top, unexpectedly so. I didn't expect it to be so busy with still lots of kids. I thought at least most of them had been back at school by now, but clearly not. Anyway, I'll come down to the second stop on the bus, and I'm at the 1950s bit. So we're going to have a look around the 1950s. Because I was born in the 50s, did you know? So just have a bit of a walk around here, and it's remaking Beamish, coming soon to 1950s town. Well, I think this is it. This is the 1950s town. So we're going to have a wander around to see what we've got. So this is the Welfare and Community Hall. So we're going to have a look in there. And yeah, so obviously what we're trying to do with this is not give a totally in-depth look at the places I'm visiting, but it's just to give you inspiration to want to come and do it yourself. So there you go. This is what you get at a typical town hall back in the 1950s and 60s. Terrific. And I guess they put on shows and stuff like that there. So this is looks like a bowling green. Not very well kept bowling green, I might add. But bowling green out of use, please keep off the grass. Groundsman. Yeah, so they've obviously had a very dry summer, and it's been difficult to keep it going. So this is the pavilion for it. So and these are some of the Marsden Road. So this is just a look over. So we're going up into the village. The houses are all replicas. Everything's a replica in here. The cinema, apparently there's some, not all original stuff, but original stuff from the time, but not from the actual theatre itself. So we'll have a wander up into the village, have a look at the houses. I grew up in a house like that. Just along here we've got some posters of the sort of the time. Carry the can, in case you can carry the can. Smedley's the sauce to dream about, really. So these are the type of posters that you would see back in the 50s and 60s. God's trousers. Love it. There you go, as seen on ITV. So TV was in its early stages back then, particularly in the UK. Spoilt me mint spangles. Cool, blimey, I remember spangles as a kid. Guards, the menswear. Fairy olive soap, olive oil soap. Don't remember that. So this is with Auntie Sue's and the old broom with Auntie Pig and stuff. Dregs. While Auntie Jane pours out. But Mother sees where co-op tea. Oh dear, look at this. So this is the type of advertising that you got. Blimey, Kiora goes back to the 50s. Amazing. So there you go, that's having a look at just behind the cinema. Oh, and it carries on round the corner. So there you go, there's a load more. And look at these old metal signs. Of course, they used to have loads of metal signs back in the day. Fix rate above. Oh, blimey, look at that, tobacco, St Bruno. Spiller's Animal Foods. So there you go, that's a quick look there. And now we're going to come out of that and we're going to have a wander up into to Front Street. So 1886. I wonder how many kids know how to operate a telephone like this nowadays. Out of use, oh they've blocked it. Oh they put a what's name round. But yeah. So you had to press button A or press button B to get your money back. And that's what an old phone used to look like. So this is the picture house, is it? The old cinema.
Here's like the one from Rye in Sunderland. One from Rye.
Oh, in Sunderland, eh? Right, just go round, is it?
Yeah, have a good look. Either way you want to go. Through them doors is the balcony upstairs, and then just round the corner is the main stalls.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Let's have a look. Let's go up to the posh seats first. Up to the balcony. So this is the way up into the balcony. This is a theatre or a picture house. Oh, these days. Oh, wow. Get a look at this then. There's the stalls down there. This must be the old dress circle. And there's the screen. Amazing. So here's the old projectors. Look at them. Wow. I bet it used to get warm in here. And that's what you got. Amazing. There are rolls of film going through there. Nightmare for the guy that was operating it if he had the old if the film broke halfway through. And obviously it went reel to reel, so they had to wind it. Carbons, wow. There you go. Obviously you used to have to play the national anthem on at the end of the film. So go through here into the stalls. And you come down here and then you can have a look up into the balcony. So across the road there you've got the Chippy, John's Caff and Confectionery, then you've got Elizabeth's. Permanent waving wall. So you go and get your hair done over there. So let's have a look in a 1950s cafe, shall we? See if we can get a frothy coffee. Oh, I love the jukebox. Morning.
Morning.
Now, can I get a frothy coffee?
You can.
Can I?
Yes.
You having me to film you doing it?
Do you want to make it or do you want me to make it?
Frothy coffee. Nowadays they call it a latte.
Is that everything?
That's it, thanks. So there you go, I've got me frothy coffee and I've got myself a little booth. How's that? And I've got music playing on the jukebox. Well, there's the bus just gone past, and that's the ground. We've had a look around in there. We've just been in the John's Cafe. There's a milk bar by me, and then we've got A Reese Limited radio and electrical services. So just going to have a quick look in there. You get part exchange. Cool, blimey! Look at them old tellies. We didn't get a telly till 1969. Remember having seen one of them with the old roller in there. Mind your fingers. Blimey, look. Yours for 11 shillings weekly. Yeah, right. That was a right old racket, that. Rumbelows. You get a telly on a Never Never. You never ended up owning it. You only ever rented it. So amazing. £27.5 guineas, blimey. Old reel-to-reel tape recorder there. 2 of them. Amazing. This is the old repairs department. Yeah, look at those old valves. Yeah, of course the tellies back then had a big valve system in them. So that's, yeah, I remember we had Rumbelows down our way, and you go in and you get a telly and you rent it, and you never finished renting it. You used to pay about 4 times as much what the telly was worth. That was a right old racket back in the day. So this is a typical sort of house built in the 50s. And obviously early the 60s as well. So you had a small backyard. Traditionally had a shed and a greenhouse. And yeah, this is how they were built. And then as you go through, you traditionally had a bit of a scullery where you had a utility room. So this is what the kitchen would look like with a gas stove. You didn't used to have a fridge normally. Normally, because fridges were really expensive, you'd have a pantry, and then you'd have a stone shelf, which was which kept everything cool. So that's what your pantry would look like. And the sort of stuff you'd have in there as well. And your kitchen sink. And then you go through. So there's a typical living room type furniture you'd have in the 60s and 70s or 50s. Blimey. These people had quite a lot of money. Have a telly. And yeah, it normally goes that's our living room and dining room. So people rented these houses and then had a little bit of a front garden, and it was always always competition to who had the best kept front and back garden. So this one's got a bit of an extension on it, and apparently all these houses were rented. Go and have a look upstairs. When they built these houses for the first sort of time, really, they had a bath, and there was a toilet, obviously taken out for reasons. So that was your bathroom, and then you get the master bedroom. Obviously a cot for the saucepan lid, and a wardrobe. This is a sort of a view you get. This one was built in the town. So this will be a kid's bedroom, or a spare room if you ain't got any kids. And this is obviously the bit between for the safety reasons and stuff. So this is the other house, and then you have your pictures up on the wall.
The story of this house is Anton CV is a Polish ex-serviceman.
All right.
So serving in the Second World War, when demob came, there was nowhere to go back to.
Because Poland was taken over by the Russians. Yeah.
So a great many Polish ex-servicemen settled in the West. They were required to retrain for a useful trade.
Yeah.
So Anton was directed to train as a coal miner. Ended up down in Ashington, met his wife, and by the late 50s was a married man with a family, looking for a house to live in. So entitled to.
And got one of these.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And he'd have also got extra points for having been ex-serviceman, of course.
Absolutely. Look after veterans is what I say.
Yeah.
Unlike today.
But we took that.
Used to get a lot of these phone boxes about to call the old bill back in the day, and the police used to use them to call in. So they were scattered around their towns. So this is like what the backyards used to look like. So I think we're moving a little bit back into history now, coming into, I think, probably the 1900s. So here's a bakery. So we'll just have a look in the bakery. Morning.
Hello.
What are you making there then?
Bread's just on the oven and we're making some biscuits and rolls.
Wow. And do you use the ovens and everything here?
Yeah, so these are the ovens that we use each year for about 6 years. They are exact replicas, the original. They're only replicas because the original were based with the specimens. So we don't use like
Lovely. Superhuman. Love it.
that's what we need our run every day.
Yeah. You full time? Are you full time?
Yeah, pretty much in some holidays it gets really busy. So
Thank you. So you've got a photographic studio there, and what else we got along here? Smiths and Sons, remarkable.
I don't think so, no. Don't mind.
Bloody kids. Windermere Waters. Amazing. Photographic materials. Veterinary medicines. Yeah. There you go. So let's go and have a quick look in Barclays Bank. So Barclays Bank's been going for a little while. So hours from 10 till 3 and 9 till 12 on a Saturday. Safety deposit box. Morning.
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 Good morning.
Can I make a withdrawal?
Yes, of course. How much do you need to withdraw?
£100,000 of your hard-earned money.
Oh, I don't think it'll go that much. £100,000.
This is a stick-up. So this is what a bank would have looked like in the 1900s.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So we moved from the 1950s now then. Going back in time.
This whole town here, the whole town was set in 1913,
1913, just before the war.
just before the First World War.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah, so if you put your money in the bank, you're hoping it's going to be safe. So look, bags of coins and stuff in there. So that's where they keep it. Sovereigns and half sovereigns. So as you heard, the guy upstairs, the bank manager, was saying that this village that we're in now is from 1913, so just before the start of the First World War. So as you can see, it's starting to get really busy now. So this is the 1913 village, and yeah, we just had a wander around over there. So there's a bus stop and tramway. Ladies and gents, eh? Might go and pay a visit to the gents. So let's have a look at a motorcycle specialist or motor car shop. So as you can see in there, a couple of old motors, lamps and everything. Yeah, real motorbikes. So let's go and have a butcher's around inside. So let's go into the garage. So this is the entrance to the garage. Got the old signs up there. Enamelled signs. 1838 motor oils. Motor oils in 1838. Didn't know they made them that far back. So there you go, there's a motorbike and sidecar, push bikes, Elswicks. I think they're 1890. Blimey. There you go. Old motorbike gear. Morning.
Good morning. You okay?
I'm all right. I need a tyre changing on my bike.
Come to the right place. Anything with wheels on, we can fix it here.
Brilliant, thank you very much. So this is what a garage workshop would have looked like, with all the machines and everything back in 1913. So rebuilding.
Royal Anglian Regiments.
So this is a hardware store from 1913. So get all manner of stuff in here. So you can buy, you get your wooden toilet seats, all manner of stuff. There's a proprietor.
Hello. I hope we're having a nice morning. Are we having a nice morning?
We are. We're having a good day. How's yourself?
I'm rather well, I suppose.
Has it been busy this morning? Lots of custom?
On and off, you know, usual. People come in and never want to buy now.
Well, this is it, isn't it?
We're just the sinks on special offer, 12 and 6, you know.
I know, I mean, 12 and 6, that's a bargain.
Was down from 15 and 6.
Blimey. I can remember sitting in one of them as a kid.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The old tin bath, God blimey.
Well, back then you only had your tin bath on a Friday, you see.
Yeah.
Friday's blackleading and bath day.
That's
You
it.
have to dampen the fire down on your range, You
Yeah.
go up the chimney, you clean the flumes out, you polish the range, which is of course a rather messy job.
Yeah,
In which case you have a bath in the afternoon in front of the fireplace.
yeah.
Oldest first, youngest last.
And then you're out Saturday night dancing.
Well, if you can afford it.
Well, that was it.
Because on a Saturday was a shopping day, of course.
Yeah.
And then,
If you've got anything left over, go and have a beer at the end of the day.
well, like I say, if you could afford it, because there were a lot of working class people who were up in the northeast who couldn't afford to go out and spend, who had cash that was spendable for in the purpose of enjoyment. You see.
Yeah.
It was literally working week by week.
Yeah.
I think-
The only day you got off with was a Sunday, I suppose. We'd go to church.
That was day of rest, really.
Yeah. Go to church, and then you couldn't go to the pub half because they were shut.
That's right. Yes, you're right there.
There's a tram going past. That'll be the circle line in. So there you go, through the park, over the bridge, tea rooms. And there's going to the park between 2 and 4 on a Saturday. Spin the sacks. So it's like a bit of a memorial garden, is it? And then just up over there is the tea rooms. There's the pub across the road there. Livery, bait, stables. Eagle Press. An old post office, or post box. A VR one. Don't see many of them about nowadays. Here's an old bus. Overtaking everything. Go and have a quick look at the bus depot. They've got trams up there. And got old buses here, look. Another one round here. So that's where they park all the trams. And I didn't even have to use my bus pass this morning. So there you go. Cool, look, an old Northern Echo bus van. That's where they maintain them all, I suppose. 50 years of service. Now, Beamish is a big old place. It's massive. There's, I don't know, 300 and, I think they said about 350 acres. And they've got all sorts here. So apparently the next village that they're planning is a 1980s village. Wonder what that looked like. Bit of glam rock. So just having a wander along to see what they got along here now. And then you got something like this. A big old bucket digger. I suppose to use down the colliery. Looks like a little train there, a little electric train. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's moved for a little while, does it? And that's just behind the old bus station, or the bus garage. As you can see, they're putting up a big old marquee there, that's what all that noise is about. And just beyond it is a fun fair. So we're going to have a quick look around. So before we go over to the fun fair, which is just over there, let's go and have a look around North Eastern Railways. Railway station, goods depot, coal merchant. So there's a what's name of the site, and we're in the top corner at the moment. So we'll just have a wander into this will be the coal yard bit then. Here's a weighbridge. So they've got a little weighbridge, and it is a little weighbridge as well. It's obviously carrying water by the looks of it. James White, coal and coke merchant. So you go in here and order up your coal and your coke. So that's the clerk's office. Look at that lovely old typewriter. So that's what the coal officers look like. Look at that old, it's not a steamroller, is it? It's a road roller. So let's have a wander around into the station and have a butcher's around. You see there's a wagon up there. There's a lot quieter down here. There's not so many people down here, so we've had the result. Now there's a steam engine, steamroller, all under cover. It's obviously a what's name project going on there. So we can have a wander across onto the platform. This is obviously the goods side of it, so that's the goods platforms. And obviously a truck would back into there and they'd load it onto the deck. And you come up onto the platform itself. And you've got barrels and all that, so sidings. And that's a quick look into the shed. Oh, it's a bit dark in here, so yeah, they offload the goods from there. They'll put it onto lorries there. So some of these wagons look like they've had slightly better days. Doesn't look like I've had anything running along here for a bit. But we'll go over and have a look at the station. And you can see the signal office up there as well. So this is the old Beamish wagon ironworks from 1857. So we'll just have a look here. There's a bridge, so we're going to cross the tracks. A bit of an old steam engine there, steam crane by the looks of it. So let's go and have a look down the station. This, I'm guessing, is the station master's office, or the guy that operates the gates. So when he ain't got a lot to do, he spends out in his garden. So there you go, he spends his time out in his garden growing his prize marrows, prize onions and leeks. Yeah, they look about ready. And what are those, gooseberries? And then he's got his newly planted apple trees, pear trees or whatever. So he has a lot of time on his hands. Of course, back in the day, when you had heavy luggage, you had porters. So you had porters to load the stuff on your train. And oh, here's the milk churns for the milk train. And obviously have a look. There's the porter's office. And yeah, porters will come out, get your bags for you. And then we come into the station itself. So North Eastern Railways. And there is the old milk churns, waiting for the milk train. And again, just here you've got another little weighbridge. So we come to the booking office. So let's have a look in the booking office. So that's where you come along to get your tickets. And the booking clerk's in there. I guess the station master have been in and out of here, keeping an eye on the ticket issuer. So there you go. There's a North Eastern Railway public warning. Persons are warned not to trespass on the railway or on any of the lines, stations, works or premises connected within. Any person so trespasses is liable to a penalty of 40 shillings. R.F. Dunnell, Secretary. There you go, don't trespass on the railway. So let's just have a look. Boots and shoes, eh? So just going to have a wander up here and have a look at cool blimey Capstan Navy Cut fags. Thorley cakes. Now we're just going to head up to the signal box and have a look in the signal box. Of course, all signal boxes nowadays are done all electronic. So this is Rowley. Climb up into the signal box. This is all private, of course, you're not allowed in here. And there you go. So this is what a signal box would have looked like a long time ago. And these were still used quite regularly in up until, I guess, the 70s. Particularly on all the old branch lines, where it took them a bit of time to change things. And they obviously had a system. And there's a Rowley station diagram. Shows what levers do what. And yeah, very responsible job being a signalman on the railways. So there you go. And they spent a lot of time in here. God knows what they did when they were waiting for trains, because they didn't come every 5 minutes. So that's just a look back from the signalman's office over the yard. Now we're just going to have a wander over the bridge, see what's going on. Oh, here's that notice again. Somebody different this time. Hello. So let's dive over the bridge and see what we can see from up here. Yep. Go. So there's a signal office, the platform and the yard. And we go around this way. Then you can see the track going off. So there you go. Come to the fun of the fair. Brilliant. Let's go down and see if we can get a ride. There you go, all the fun of the fair. Oh, carousel's just about to start. Have a ride on a carousel. Check that out. Proper old time. So here's a little one for the kids, and over there is a bigger one for the bigger kids. And then we've got a smaller carousel for the little kids. And there you have the old traditional helter skelter. A Northern Sun helter skelter. Fantastic. And then you got the old manual swing boats. So there's a couple of other things I've not shown you, which is the farm and the coal mine, the colliery. I'll leave that to your imagination, or when you come here yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and jump on this here bus. Hopefully I'll be able to get on it. So there's a bus, and it'll take me back up to the start of it all. That's a bugger, I missed the bus. It's a full bus there. However, having said that, here comes another one. Wait for ages and then another one comes along. Let's see how he gets on with doubling the clutch on this one. Of course, on a bus of this age, there was no power steering. It was all double the clutch. Oh, he managed to get that one. Don't want to be grinding the gears. Of course, a bumpy old track. So there you go. There's the fun of the fair. And now we're going down. So I've got a feeling of deja vu. I come this way on a tram not so long ago. So there you go, there's a tram coming the other way. So I'll try and get the tram as it goes through. There's the tram. I'll wait for the tram. Oh, and there's a van. I think that's a modern era one. That's all modern era. The bus driver looks as though he's working really hard on that steering. Now, I've driven buses like this. I learned to drive on a bus like this, and they're hard work with a 4-speed crash gearbox. And no power steering. Then I'll give you old...
Redfield Farm in the Pit Village. Farm, Redfield Farm.
There you go. Just over there is the colliery. Back up to the top of the village, to the entrance. And it's a circular route for all the buses. There you go, there's a bit of the old double the clutching. Just moving over the other side, overtaking the tram.
Stop is the entrance, the exit down to the car park. The entrance, exit down to the car park.
So there's the bus, off on another trip round. They're almost non-stop, round all day long. So this is back at the entrance. So I'm going to head back up there and go and see if I can catch a bus back to the hotel. Well, that's me. I've had a really good trip around Beamish. Now, I did miss out a couple of bits. I missed out the farm and I missed out the colliery, but I've done those in the past. But the new stuff, the 50s village, is really, really good and well laid out. 1913 village, again, really good. Busy. It does get really busy. So what I would suggest is, if you're coming, come out of season. It's open all year round. Now, I was having a chat with a few people in there. There's about 400 regular staff and about 400 volunteers. And as you can appreciate, it is a big concern. It's a big place. And yeah, and for the money it's worth it. I think I paid £21.25, something like that, for the ticket. It lasts a year, so you can come back any time you like. For me, it's an awful long way to come, but I might do it. Maybe come back here over the winter time. And here comes my bus. So I'm going to catch a bus back into Stanley, and then a bus back to the Punch Bowl, and on a bike, and then I'm heading north. So that's it, I'm on the bus, I'm heading back to Stanley. Now the buses go at 07 and 37, so every half an hour, and it's the same coming from Stanley to here. So just a point to note. And if you're a pensioner like me that's got your bus pass, you can use your bus pass. That's a result in itself. So it's a Billy bonus for the day. So the next one is we're heading north up to Dunbar. So I'll catch you later.